Composition can be something simple. This is a pepper photographed by Edward Weston in 1930. He uses shadow to hide certain detail and highlights to bring out the sculptural elements in a piece of food. He placed the pepper inside of a funnel so it sits in an undefined space. All of these elements come together to create an abstraction of a literal object. Sometimes composition can be used to create relationships between unrelated things. Not only is Edward Weston using texture in the bark and the differing colors in the tree trunk for interest, he is using the landscape to create a balanced composition. Notice how the land dives in from the left and meets with the trunk, and then continues on, connecting with the clouds, and leads us through to the other side of the frame. Christopher James photographs rely heavily on contrast and the relationship between black and white tones. We become more aware of the chicken, its talons, and the angel-like feathers in its wings because of the contrast between the chicken and the black figure in the background. Contrast is at play in this photograph by Christopher James as well, both in the relationship between black and white tones, but also in the relationship between geometric and organic shape. We see geometric shape in the railing of the boat and in the railing that the woman in the background holds onto, and organic shape in the roundness of the tire. In Alfred Eisenstadt's photo, An American Block from 1930, we are given horizontal lines that act as steps to lead us through the photo. We go from the street littered with autumn leaves to the curb, to the sidewalk, and then back to the house, revealing a suburban neighborhood. The sidewalk and the surrounding tells us a little bit about this area and how the boys can gather together and what the atmosphere of the neighborhood might be like. In this photo, Alfred Eisenstadt uses leading line to draw us through the space. He also uses a dominant figure. The ballerina in the front of the photo, who is in focus, leans against the bar, and the bar wraps around the room so we could follow the line of the bar through the room to the ballerinas in the back, who are not as in focus as the dominant ballerina, giving us a sense of space and movement through the photo. In Eugene Richards' photograph of Asuncion Psychiatric Hospital, we are faced with a scene that is full of energy and loads of information. Thanks to Richards' low camera angle and the feet of the man in the foreground and the placement of his body, we could use this as a leading line to take in the full amount of information within the photograph. In this photo by Eugene Richards, he uses architectural elements and geometric shapes to create a frame and lead the viewer's eye to the focal point. He tilts his camera, creating an angled line in the fence in the background, which balances and echoes the line of the water coming out of the fire hydrant. He then waits for the moment where the little girl tosses water through the air that creates an organic shape, a halo over her grandmother's head, drawing us to look at the grandmother, the focal point of the photo.